Everybody, John Van Dyke here for New Jersey Exposed. Today is Sunday, January 2nd, 2022, and the time is, let me see what the time is. Time is 2:43 p.m., yes, Jersey time, and let me tell you, the temperature's was in the 50s, it was almost up to 60 today. It's starting to drop a little bit. We got winter weather coming in tonight, I believe. Okay, this is an interesting story about our heroes, our poor heroes. Oh, they need help. They need help. Well, this one is in the New York Post. It's dated August 4th, 2021. It's a little behind, but I stumbled across it and I thought it was an interesting story. A little insight to what's running around out there with a badge and a gun, risking our lives. It reads, NYPD's latest collar, emotional support dogs for stressed cops. Aww. And there it is, look at that. Then they got the doggy, gonna give him the paw. Isn't that nice? Well, let's find out what it has to say. Okay, the NYPD on Wednesday welcomed 2 emotional support dogs trained to comfort officers suffering from the on-the-job trauma, such as police-involved shootings. You know, it's funny, you never hear about any other like doctors and nurses that work in the emergency room, the trauma center. They see really crazy stuff. What about taxi cab drivers that drive at night in the city? Tell me that's not a stressful job. What kind of people are they hiring these days? Or is this just a liberal crap coming in and trying to work on everybody's emotions? Big Apple Brass swore into 2 lovable yellow labs, Piper and Jenny, to kick off the department's first of its kind program at one police plaza. Police said the pooch is trained to hop into a distressed person's lap and to kiss on cue. Oh, doggy gonna jump in his lap and give him a kissy because he had a bad day. Maybe he's feeling a little depressed because he screwed somebody's life over with victimless crimes and cost that person money. Maybe he lied on a report. Now he's feeling guilty about it. You think so? I know one of the things they lack in the police community is empathy. Empathy is not a quality to be cherished if you're going to be a police officer in today's policing. Okay, the pooch is trained to hop into this person's lap and to kiss on cue will be brought to cops who have experienced a critical incident, said Officer Anthony Manza, a peer counselor in NYPD's Employee Assistance Unit. You know what, if I had some kind of stress like that, send me a hooker over, because that's what I need to relieve stress. People who usually wouldn't want to open up really have an easier time feeling comfortable around one of these canines. Yeah, well, I'm a little worried about when some of these officers get around the canines. I've done enough stories, you know. They like to kick the dog, they like to shoot him, they like to have sex with a dog. Manzo, who is also one of Piper's handlers, these dogs are trained to detect stress and they will give an incredible amount of empathy to a person who's in duress. I wonder if they're trained to hump the cop's leg too. And I wonder if they train the dog to run the other way if the cops come at him with the nightstick or the cops come at him with his pants down. He added, we're hoping that they will help lower the stigmas about mental health in the police department. Lower the stigma? How are you going to lower the stigma? We all know a lot of them are mental patients. There's some pictures right there. This is unbelievable. The 4-legged therapist will snuggle up to cops coping with anything from depression to post-traumatic stress disorder, said Officer William Palmer, whose job also involves providing emotional support to fellow officers. You know, if they got that kind of a problem, if they're traumatized, they need a psychiatrist or psychologist, not a dog. And one might want to consider whether they should be carrying a badge and a gun. We can have the dog play with the police officer on whose time? Taxpayers' time? And after that, they enjoy the company of the dog and we'll start asking questions to go from there, Palmer said. NYPD's furry new officers underwent a 2-week training program at the Bedford Women's Prison with their police handlers and will also provide emotional support to members of the community, police said. On Wednesday, NYPD tweeted a photo of the dog. She's sitting between officers' legs. Uh-oh. writing, "Please welcome K9 Jenny and K9 Piper." You know, they try to humanize these animals. I watch them on their Facebook pages. They'll show their K9 mutts, the ones that go out and bite everybody's leg off and rip the skin apart. They try to humanize these animals. The NYPD is now at the forefront of a burgeoning mental health and wellness movement in law enforcement, said Jana Salisbury, Lieutenant Commanding Officer of NYPD Employee Assistance Unit. They will assist their handlers in breaking down traditional mental health barriers, she said. And that's it on that story. So, here we go, folks. Emotional support dogs for the police. I hope they don't treat these dogs like they treat their wives. John Van Dyke for New Jersey Exposed. Let me know what you think in the comments section.